Here we are again, yes, I know. A quick hop foot up the stairs to the loft I'm in now. I've come all the way upstairs to the little attic. It's sweltering up here. I must get that boiler sorted as well while I'm here. Anyway, I digress. I hope you're well. It's 7 o'clock on a Monday evening. If you are joining us, it's probably wet and miserable outside, so go and get your favourite little duvet, your little snuggly blanket, because you are in for a treat this hour. Janice bought you this earlier today, and my word, was it busy. I'm not alone. No, we are talking JMC Designs is what we're talking, and I'm not alone. No, I'm not. The creator, the founder, I was going to give you an MBE then, all of a sudden. Anyway, MBE nearly / nearly MBE. Julie's here. How are you, my love?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you? I'm
good. I was just saying before, I love this stamp set. These stamp sets are beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Where did they come from?
My head.
I knew you were going to say this. What's the thought process behind them?
I have this obsession of creating fashion or dresses from random things, from things that shouldn't be part of a dress. So that's why, and I do it a lot. So that's why we've got paint palette and paint brushes and scissors and pin cushions, but they actually make up part of the clothing, and I just find that fun to do.
They're so different, but in a way that they would work for absolutely anyone. Because don't get me wrong, we have many little stamps with people on, but these are beautiful for the sheer fact there's so many elements that you could snip into if you wanted to. For little things like, you know, I'm a big fan of shrink plastic and a box frame. You can't go wrong in my house with a bit of shrink plastic and a box frame. But you can do so much with them. You can create little scenes with them. You've got the palettes on the dress there. You've got the mushrooms and the toadstools that you can use in there as well. The sewing machines and the flowers and the pens and the quills that you've got. It all works together beautifully. Now, obviously, we've got them individually for £10.99. If your budget will only go for a few of these, maybe this is the option for you. Now, most of them are dispatched from the 14th, but a few of them did sell out and they're on extended delivery from the 16th. Right then, let's go through them now one by one, and we'll soon. Sally Stitch is on a slightly longer, so that is the 16th. If you like Sally Stitch, let me show you the size of the stamps as well. I won't show you all of them because they're all more or less the same, but just so you can see the actual size. This is sort of A5 card that I'm holding at the moment, so you can see those good sizes that you're getting in there. And I was saying just before I came on, they're beautiful stamps because if you're not very good at colouring or you're just learning to colouring like myself, these are a good way to start because you've got broader areas to contain your work in rather than doing all the fancy fine detail. That is on there, but you've got large railings like the pin cushion. Then you've got your mixed medium Maggie up next. She's on the 16th as well. Once again, I love the little quill pen that you get in there as well. I reckon you could put that in a hand if you wanted to and sort of manipulate the bottle that she's got there, which is absolutely stunning. Then Nature's Palette is up next. 14th, so sort of 14th is what you're looking for. I love the flowers because obviously they're little brush heads if you wanted them to be. And then you've got the flower at the top, this one just here, which is like you've sort of dipped the end of the... Oh, that makes up paintbrushes. You've got paintbrushes there. It's just done. I thought, oh, it's a beautiful flower, like you've painted each of the ends. And it's like, Adam, it's actually paintbrushes that you've been using there. It is beautiful, isn't it? The more you look into them, the more detail you can see. Pretty creative is the 14th of October as well. Once again, you've got those beautiful pin cushions and the paintbrushes there and the little pen nib that's running through as well. I absolutely adore them. Then you've got the sewing machine one. This is Stitching Pretty. This in there is also on the 14th. Once again, there's so much you can do. Look at the little tape measure around the bumblebee. How cute. With the little buttons are on there. Then last but not least, Painting Polly. She's the 16th as well. All the ones with ladies are 16th. Anything else is the 14th. I should have told you that at the start, to be fair. £10.99 is what you're looking at. 005673 is your item number. But hold off for me a second, because if you're liking all of them, I've got a little deal I can show you in a minute as well. The papers are the 16th as well. You are now talking 160 GSM. Is what we're talking about here. 25 sheets. So Julia, 25 sheets of 160 GSM. What could we do with these when we get them home? So 160, will they go through all our die machines and things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do everything. Like, so you can see the girls have done an amazing job. So, you know, they've been die cut and they've been chopped and they've been thrown into journals and, yeah, whatever you want. I've thrown mediums at them as well.
Oh, so they'll take all our mediums as well?
Yeah, within reason. Like, don't stick it in the bath, but but you know.
Do you know?
But in general, if you're okay, it'll be fine.
So you can really go to town with them as well. They're hard enough that you can really go to town if you wanted to. All the beautiful designs that you are getting in there, they are stunning, stunning papers. And what I also like about them as well is they're single-sided. You're thinking, well, why is that a bonus? For the sheer fact, if you ever get double-sided papers, you never use them. Never use them, for the sheer fact you don't want to cut into the other side. We all do it. We've all got those papers at home that we look at and go, I love that side. Oh, I love that side more. I'll leave that for best. And you never cut into your papers, but if they're single-sided, you're going to use them and you're going to use them and use them and use them. $11.99 is what we're talking about. 620859 is your item number. But if you want the lot, if you want 6 stamps and the 25 papers in there as well, remember it's 160 GSM, I can do everything for you today, and I'll even throw in a £15 saving for £62.93. Everything is dispatched from the 16th. For this bundle, 241475 is your item number. I'll even give you a cheeky flexible payment in there as well of £31.47 today. £31.47 today will get you all 6 stamps and the 25 sheets of papers as well. And then in a month's time, £31.47 again, and that is it. But by then, you would have had it all and you would have been paying already. Maybe this is a giftable for a friend or a relative for Christmas. Take a payment each if you wanted to. If you know someone's really going to enjoy this, what a gift to give someone. £62.93, 241475 is your item number. Stencils is what we've got next as well. Now, these stencils that we've got on the show, they're beautiful because once again, you can do so many things with them. First of all, you've got the beautiful font that's at the top. Once again, nice for backgrounds. Put your medium through it, your gessos, your colours, your inks. Or, if you like me and you can't draw, it's a nice way just to do like fancy writing. Even though it means nothing, create borders with it around the edge. It will look beautiful. From then, you're getting all 3 of these, by the way. We get the baubles. Now, these to me remind me of cascading lights that are shining down. You normally get like a big, what's the word I'm looking for? Where all the shops are, like a palisade, but it's not a palisade. Like a shopping mall. Let's go American. Like a shopping mall. It's the only word I can think of. Shopping centre. That's the word I'm after. A precinct. It looks, you know, when you have a big, like Christmas time, they have them all hanging down in the middle and they're all lit up and cascading down. Light shows. It reminds me of that. You can really go to town with this one, which is beautiful. You could also turn it quite Christmassy if you wanted to as well. It's entirely up to you. And then the next one. These, to me, they could be flowers, they could be butterflies as well, especially like these ones at the top. You've got the beautiful wings in there. They could be really decorative bows as well. Or if you're into your quaint little fairy worlds with your gnomes and things like that, it works beautifully with sort of the paintbrush elements on it, because it looks, each one could be dipped slightly with a different colour that's on the end of that flower. It's down to you. That's what I see in them, but there is so much more that you can see for £14.99. 189766 is your item number. Then there's more. I know, I've got a lot to cram in a short amount of time. I know, I don't get paid by the word. Now, 14th of October, we've got 2 more stamps in here. Work wonders. Once again, with the stamps that you've already seen, let me whip around the packaging because you can see it on there as well, what they're actually going to stamp out like once you stamp these out. So you've seen the size of the stamps, but these are beautiful. These are, so especially that tape measure, there is so much you could do with that, isn't there?
Absolutely. I mean, Jan, she's actually, in quite a few of her samples, maybe on the box on the end, she's actually cut the tape measure out and used it, and, you know, so she's cut it out. But the stamp lamentals, they're part of an idea that I had, because every time I craft, I tend to always, no matter what it is, I always use a background, I always use a floral element, and I always use a sentiment. And what would tend to happen is I spent half my crafting time rummaging through my background stamps, and then rummaging through my floral stamps, and then rummaging through my sentiment stamps, and I wanted to get on with crafting. So I thought, what if they were all in one plate? What if all I had to do was pick out one set of stamps, and then I'm good to go? And that's where the Stamp-Lementals was born. It
is stunning, and it does cover a lot of bases. They really do. You are getting both of these as well for £17 and 98 pence. 834117 is your item number. Right then, I've got so much more. I've got cardstock on the show. I've got handmade papers on the show as well. The best thing to do for me now is jump to the website or tap the app and go and have a look at the show. Everything is on there for you. Stamps individually. You've got that big bundle that's in there as well. You've got the handmade papers that are on there. You've got the natural bliss, and you've also got the marble bliss that's on there. Then you've also got the Dolly Dimples cotton reel and writing desk templates that you've got on there. These are the templates that you are going to get that will tell you how to make that beautiful writing desk that you saw down the end of the counter as well. 237597 is your item number for that. £12 and 99 pence. Handmade papers are £12.99 as well, and you get a lot of your handmade papers. Right then. There is so much on the show. I am like a kid in a sweet shop. But let's see the stamps in action, because that's what we want to see. If you've got any questions this hour as well, don't hesitate to email me in. studio@hochanda.com is your email address that you're looking for. We'll ask Julia all your questions, because that's what she's here for. We're here, obviously, long as they're craft related and not how to mend a Ford Cortina. Keep them craft related. Right, Julia, love. Let's do this.
Right, okay. So I am going to play with the stencils, because as yet I've not done that. So why not?
Why not?
Why not, exactly. And these stencils are the 350 micron mylar. So the lovely Bev and Sam from Be Crafty, it was their dad that made these for me.
Ah.
So if you've had any of their stencils, you'll know that the quality of them is absolutely fabulous. So I'm just putting, it's quite delicate this at the minute, but yeah, we'll build it up. So I'll just put that on there like so. And then the thing is, I love stencils for being able to just put a really quick background together. It just sort of comes together really quickly. And
I love this stencil.
Thank you. I know, this is, it's one of those ones that's a real worker. You find yourself, and I have an obsession with circles. Circles seems to like end up on everything I do, so yeah, there we go.
There's something very festive about it that I enjoy.
Yeah, Janice was saying that, right. I had a, sorry, I'm looking around me because I also have a blending mat somewhere, but we're just going to go and use this this one here because I've put it somewhere really safe.
Ah, that's all right.
Yeah. So I'm just going to edge around here nice quickly, and then we'll get the papers in.
So what cardstock are you using at the moment? Is this the cardstock we've got on the show?
Yes, this is the Dolly Dimples mixed media card. So again, it's one of those things that you can sort of throw everything at. And I'm quite heavy-handed, especially when it comes to watercolours. I'm very heavy-handed. I'm sure watercolour artists would look at me and cringe because it's like just throw loads of water on it. And it's survived, so that's good.
That's always a bonus.
Yeah. So I'm going to just, I like to tear paper. This frightens a lot of people, but yeah, it's fun. So and I'm tearing towards myself because I want that white edge. And you're funny, what you were saying about the papers, that is the reason I don't do double-sided, because I have stacks of them at home.
You're not the first person.
Exactly,
it is literally a case of, and I've only noticed it really with papers, and now we've come to do, the little one's doing Christmas lists at the moment, and she's cutting through certain known catalogues. And obviously, you can't, well, we've got an old one, and I think she's doing one from 92, I think. Because we've just given, but there's still things in there. You go, oh, don't cut that page because we might need that. Or when you're cutting through the paper, she likes cutting up the local newspaper, and you're like, oh, don't do that because I want to read the other side, and things like that. And it's the same with papers as well, especially big 12 by 12s. You're just scared to cut into them because you want to use them all the time.
Yeah. So I am going to, talking of cutting into papers. So this is from this is just like one little strip from, there's a paper there with lots of stripes on it, wiggly stripes. And I've
wiggly,
just...
Wiggly oh, yeah.
See what I mean, yeah. And I've literally just cut out one element of it. So that's the thing, when you look at your papers, look into them and make them your own.
What's the first thing you do when you get your papers and stamps home? Apart from look at them and stroke them.
With papers, the first thing I do is genuinely look at them and think, what can I fussy cut out? How can I make it different? See, I very much like to put my own twist on anything. So I've been a crafter long before I started with this malarkey. I watched the first ever show of Hochanda.
Ah.
So yeah, it's like I've been crafting forever. So yeah, I would look at it and see what I could fussy cut out because I like to give it my own twist. And with stamps, the first thing I would do is just literally stamp loads of them out, colour them all in. You can see I've got a little box there.
Oh, so you just stamp and colour them all out?
So I literally will have stamped and coloured and I have it all in a little box like that and then I just play.
That's the best way. It's the best way, really.
So I've got painting Polly and I'm going to pop her down like so. And then we've got
that little road behind. I like this.
So I'm going to put some of these up and then I'm going to be brave and stamp directly onto the card. I always used to be a bit afraid of that, but I've got a bit more confident. And I'll explain why in a minute when I get to that bit.
The details on the screen now for that complete bundle. We are ridiculously busy for that complete bundle. Once again, if you want all of the stamps and the papers as well, you can get that for 2 flexible payments of £31.47. You're saving £15. That's where the biggest saving is. The price you usually pay £77.93, and we give you that £15 saving. So today it's £62.93.
So I'm going to grab, Painting Polly has got these little sort of dangly paint splodges, for want of a better word. And what I'm going to do is just take them and sort of dangle it from the brush. Like so. And then if I grab a piece of paper up here, because I don't want them all at the same level, but I don't want to mess up the top of my card. So I'm just kind of, they'll rest on the brush, me doing it like this.
This would be also nice coming out of the pen as well, so it's like the pen's leaking.
Yeah, you can do all sorts of things with it. And then I've got, on the Nature's palette, we've got this great sentiment, which is Life is Art, Paint Your Dreams. And I've just realised I've left my pen somewhere else, so I'll pull in the card that I've made already. So what I tend to find, Angela from our design team, she mentioned this on one of her videos, is you just actually have to give the ink time to transfer. Quite often when you don't stamp properly, it's because you were too quick. So it's like a little bit of pressure, but also just the ink has to go from the stamp to the paper. So just give it the time to do that. And I found that since picking up that little tip, that I have been much more accurate in my stamping. So now I'm much more confident, just because I would never have done that before. I would have stamped on a piece of paper and then put it on here because I would have been afraid of ruining my project. But from learning that tip, now I'm a lot more confident just to put it straight on my project. So what I would do is I would just edge this.
We've had an email in.
Yes.
From Leonie, not the Leonie, not Dame Leonie. We've had another Leonie that's out there. What have you used to colour in Painting Polly? So what medium have you used to colour in? I have used
alcohol markers.
Okay.
For that particular one. So all I would do is mount that and I would do my own doodling around the edge and then it would look something like that.
Oh, look at that. That's nice round the edge with the little doodling.
Yes.
Look how well that all works together. And once again, these would be cards that you create. That's not really a card. That is something you could frame.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That is something you could have on your craft wall. If you know a crafter and you that are really enjoyable, there is so many things you can do. I've got so many samples behind here, like old tins. This is literally, I was opening this while there, a tin of old pencils. Okay. But now, look at what you can create on the tin. How beautiful is this? So you really could get a pack of inexpensive pencils and gift this by jazzing them all up. Then your simple MDF that we've got as well. You can go for so much. So if you're not into your normal card making, once again, there's so many things that you can achieve with the cards that you can create, but you can also stamp onto fabric. So it's just... You could do it any way you want. You could have them hanging down, you could have them hanging up, you could have the bee doing somersaults. There's so many things you can achieve, but you can also do it onto fabric as well. So if you like stamping onto fabric, and you think, well, all these lend themselves to sort of sewing and knitting. You can do it as well, all in your little sewing cases that you've got. Because remember, they're your ideas, they're your stamps. You can do whatever you wish to do. The full collection, the details on the string. In the full collection, you are getting all 6 of the stamp sets that you see here already, and you're also getting the paper pad included as well. All of this for £62.93, or I can put that onto flexible payments, 2 flexible payments to be precise, of £31.47 today. I know, amazing value for money. It really, really is, and you can get this home and do these amazing creations. Stamp them out and colour them in, and if maybe that's all you do and you use them in your journals, you're going to use them here, you're going to use them there, and you're not a card maker, you don't have to be. But I know these are something you'll reach to time and time again. So from here, from this big collection, we can split it down if you want to. You can go for the stamps individually, they're £10.99 each. You can go for the papers individually as well, which is £11.99 for the papers on their own. Or if you want to go for that big collection, the details are currently on the screen. You might want to go for the stencils that we've seen Julia just use as well on the show. You're getting all 3 of the stencils here. Nearly half the stock of these stencils now have already gone. So we've seen Julia use the bottom 2 stencils on there, but you've also got the script in there as well, which is absolutely phenomenal. You can do so much with them for £14.99. Good size as well. Their A5 is what you're looking at. 189766 is your item number to what you're looking at. Then background stamps and stamps that you can sort of use everything. Stampimentals are what we're looking at now, because this is a bit of everything all in one place, and they're good sizes as well. So let me show you some samples this time of what you can actually do when you get them home. So just simply cut them out and emboss them. How beautiful is that? Using them with some of your beautiful creations that you've got there. They are lovely to use. There's so much you can achieve when you get all of this home. Things like this. It's the small elements I absolutely adore. So there's the tiniest elements on there, but they really do add to the card that you've got. Now, we saw Julia use the cardstock that we've also got on the show. This is always popular every time it's on, any hour that we've got. This is your Dolly Dimples 30 sheets of mixed media cardstock. 250 GSM is what we're looking at. So you know you've got a good weight to the paper. So if you are throwing your water at it, if you are throwing your mediums and your inks at it, it's going to withstand most of the work that you've got, say, buckling up. 250 GSM, 30 sheets is what you're getting for £9.99. You can't go wrong at these sorts of prices. 822474 is your item number. Handmade papers. I adore handmade papers. There is something about a set of handmade papers. I've got a book made from handmade paper. I'm scared to write in it. For the sheer fact, it is just so beautiful. This is your handmade papers. This is the natural kit that we're looking at the moment for £12.99. You get all the different sizes, which I really, really love. If I put them all together, you can see the size difference that's in there that you get. So all the size difference. And you also get the skeleton leaves with each set as well. Okay, and you get the twine in between. And you also get the bigger paper. I think this is the numbers. This is 19 by 20, so this is sort of your longer paper that you're getting. And then we can open it out again. So there is so much that you can use this for. So you really can go big if you wanted to. Once again, so with the bigger one, Julia, what can we put onto this without it? Can we throw anything at a handmade paper?
Well, you've got to be careful because it will disintegrate a little bit if you put loads of water on. But I did do a demo in the last hour where I did watercolour on it. So you can do it, but just make sure that your brush isn't absolutely sopping, you know, like just take a bit of the water off. But yeah, I've watercoloured on it. Pencils if you're careful, markers.
Also, it will withstand most of the things that you've got there. Have you got that sample from earlier to show us what you did with this? Don't worry if not.
Yeah, I'll find it next time you're blethering.
Nothing like putting you on the spot. £12.99. Because we always talk about the paper's the paper. We understand the paper that you've already got there. But then what you can do with the lighter stuff is you can start putting it onto pencil cases. So it started life like this, and using the ones at the back, the larger ones, you can literally create. How beautiful is this? And it's all decoupaged on, so it's literally layers upon layers that you're getting in there. This is beautiful. It really is stunning. $12.99 is what you're going to be creating with all those. Then from natural, we've got marbles. Yes, indeed. We've also got your marbles on the show as well. Once again, we've got all your different sizes that are on there, and it's all the different colourways that you're getting as well. So you don't just get greens throughout. So you've got your green in there. You've also got some red in there as well. We've also got a bit of marble blue. I like. Then you've got, oh, that looks like a pitta, doesn't it? Look at that. It looks like a little wrap that you've got going on. That is delightful for a colour. Then you've got that beautiful speckled egg look to go on the back that you've got. These are beautiful, beautiful papers. And then you also get the skeleton in leaves as well. Loving the skeleton leaves. They remind me of that old technique we used to do at school, and I do it with Mole now. It's when you get a cup of paint and you add water to it and you blow bubbles and then you put your paper on the top. And you get that beautiful marbling effect, or you run marbles over the paper. It is stunning. There is so much you can achieve when you're going to, even if we're only using little amounts of it, it's gonna pack a punch. It really, really is. There is our wrap once again. I love this colourway. Look at that. That is beautiful. And you're getting the 3 sizes, and you're getting the large ones as well. And are we doing these? Oh, we'll do the templates. Let's do the templates as well while we're here. The templates will make your cotton reel and your writing bureau. They're quite sturdy. I'll give them their due. You do make the cutter. These are really sturdy things that you'll be creating. And once again, don't they lend themselves with the stamps and the papers that you've already got as well? £12.99. You're just getting the templates on top. 327579 is your item number. Something else that you might like, they're on the website. Red liner tape that we've also got on the show. You've got red liner tape, and you've also got your quickie glue pens as well. You're getting 3 rolls of the 6mm red liner tape, 90 metres in total, with 3 quickie glue pens is what you're getting as well. I was trying to do my shoelace up, but I couldn't get up. £14.99 is what you're looking at here. 750340 is your item number for those. One more. All and Create stamps is what we've got on the show as well, if you'd like those. Ribbit with the crowns. £9.99. 913273 is your item number. Right then, let's go back to demo to see what else we can do with these amazing stamps. Julia,
yep, so thank you. So I'm going to do the Dolly Dimples template. Because I saw this and was like, Charmaine, please. Please, can I have this on my show? Because, yeah, I really wanted to, I thought it went really well with the stitching.
Yeah, no, it really does.
Stitching Sally, I forgot her name. It's been a long day. So I've cut out my template like that, and I've got a master copy that's there. And what I did was I actually literally cut round it with scissors just to show that you can go old school. You don't need fancy equipment. And what you need to do is just score down here. Just so that I'm able to fold those little triangle bits there and make it a bit easier at the next stage. Yeah, I really admire Charmaine. I mean, I am creative, but I can't do creative and measuring. I admire people that are really creative people, but then their brains can also work out stuff like that.
And also can do the measurements, put it all together.
I'm like, oh, there's no way I was ever going to come up with something like that. So I was just like, Charmaine, please.
But it does go hand in hand with what you've created with these stamps.
It's perfect, isn't it? So I'm just putting a whole load of PVA glue on that, and I'm just going to rest that paper down there against that score line that I just put. And I have to say that paper construction is not my strong point at all. In fact, I got Jan to make the things. I said, could you do it? Because she's brilliant. So if I can do it, anybody can, because yeah, I'm normally one of these ones that looks at a template and scratches my head and
how does it all work?
Yeah, how does this work? So yeah, as I said, if I can manage it, you can definitely do it. It's not a problem. So I'm going to cut this down. This is going to be a series of, here's one I made earlier.
Okay, no, not a problem.
Because it's one of these, I think it took me half a day to make my one, so. So to put that in like a 5-minute demo doesn't really equate. Okay. So This is the little circle is where the measurement that this is going to be. So I'm just kind of going to roughly work out. And you can see I don't do measurement. I'm going to roughly work that out, and it's roughly about a triangle. So what I would do is just pop a bit of glue down the side here. And I'm going to fold that over. Charmaine's probably looking at this with her head in her hands going, Juliet, you're massacring my template. That's not how I would do it.
But it's the thing you said, if you can achieve and you're not, you don't do these sorts of things, and if anyone can do it, that's a nice way of, anyone can achieve this. You just have to take your time. Obviously, tele restrictions once again. You would take a lot longer doing yours than what we do here on the studio.
I might do another demonstration on one of my social media things and you can see it more properly. So obviously I've paper clipped that and I would need it to wait to dry. But I'm just going to pop those.
Social media wise,
as there's
no management in, we might as well give it a plug.
Be a bit naughty.
Do we have the socials with inspiration on?
Yes, so I've got personally, because I was a crafter for so long, I'm still sort of under my crafting name, which is Julia McNeill Crafts. Hence JMC, wasn't very imaginative, eh?
Oh,
but that's Julia McNeill Crafts,
it.
yeah, because I was a crafter on social media. So Facebook, YouTube and Instagram, you'll find me under that. And then I have a group, and it's worth joining the group because I think I'm going to be doing a DT call next week.
Oh.
So if you go to the JMC Crazy Craft Hive, you'll get the, details of that. So what I would do here is...
So JMC Crazy Craft Hive?
Yeah, it's because I have an obsession with bumblebees. So hence the craft hive. See, I'm even wearing one.
No, it's fine. Are you a beekeeper?
No, it's because...
Have you got bees?
No, I've got here. It's because bumblebees... I'm just going to put my gel meat.
Okay.
See? Hold that down there.
I'm sorry, I've got
no, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
Bees.
I can deal with the tangent, but I'm just going to move along at the same time.
Oh, you're professional. You can come again.
I've only been here a couple of times. I'm managing. She says, right. Yeah, because bumblebees it should be impossible for them to fly because they're too fat and their wings are too small. And so scientifically, they should not be able to fly, and yet they do.
Why have I never learnt this before?
And so for me, it just feels like the impossible is possible. Yeah, it represents the impossible as possible. And what is really weird is I started my company. I was telling this to, I was out for a dinner with Lynette last night, and I'd actually got to the stage with crafting that I'd had enough. I was really, really upset with something, and I was begging, like my husband's through in the green room now, but I was begging him, going, please just let me throw away my stuff. I'm never going to do any of this again. He's going, please just give yourself some time, recover. And then a magazine, people phoned me up and said, well, not phoned me, they emailed, and said, could we do a feature? And I was like, yeah, okay, but I've only got drawings that I've done myself because I wasn't in the mood for making anything at the time. And it was a character called Lady Bee because of the bumblebees. And then from that article, they offered to do a feature, and then I met somebody, and yeah, it all kind of spiraled into here. So yeah, I'd gone from giving it all up to starting up a company. So it was a bit of a turnaround, wasn't it?
It was, weird. So that's why you...
So hence the bumblebee. Yeah, because it's impossible. The impossible's possible.
Impossible is possible.
Right, so I'm trying to glue this down. So we've got a little set. I made a little sort of square. There we go. She's going to be a bit wobbly at this moment in time, but we'll just... She's had a few too many gins.
Wow, that's like
she's had a wee
Withers.
cocktail. Right, so I'm going to pop my flowers on there. I'm also doing this back to front so that it can be seen in the camera. This is new. This is a new phenomenon.
We're liking it. We're loving this way.
This is a new phenomenon for me. Actually, that's why she's not standing up properly, because she needed her sewing machine first. It's all right. We'll make a little alteration. That was me getting distracted with the bumblebees.
No, and we loved it.
That's good, because I'm blaming you.
All of us are there. The girls in my area, we all never knew that bumblebees couldn't fly or weren't meant to fly.
Yeah.
And the possible is possible.
So that's why I've most of my last one of my steampunk collections, that had a bumblebee in it for the same reason. And then I've got so bumblebees tend to sneak into most of my collections.
No, we like it. We like it. And just adding that your own little hint on it, which is what we enjoy.
So I'm going to probably I'll get that on. You mentioned about cutting out the tape measure. I've got one that I've cut out here. So I'm just...
But you could spend a day just stamping and cutting, couldn't you, and
that's
colouring?
probably what I would do, sit and watch Hochanda.
I like what you did there.
This is how I work. I sit and watch a telly box and look at lots of things to buy and make wish lists.
Yep.
And well, I'm saying that because my husband's in the green room.
Oh.
I make wish lists.
Doesn't
I
buy.
don't jump on the website at all.
Just makes a list, husband.
I just make a list. And I stamp and colour and all of that sort of stuff. And then I sort of build things together. So let's just move this along to this bit. But hopefully you can see. If I could do this whilst chatting and being live on air, anybody could do it.
Look at that. This is why you need the cotton reel template. You really, really do, because they all work together beautifully. It goes together. Makes the impossible possible. You can be like your very own... I'm going to use this forever now. You can be like your very own Bumblebee. And if you've never tried stamping, you've never tried mixed media, why not make the impossible possible? I'm going to have T-shirts printed by tomorrow. I love that fact. I love these little nuggets. Right, let's go through just the stamps on there. Maybe your budget will only go for a few of the stamps, so let's talk through the stamps with you. I'll put it now. All the girls' stamps, they're on extended delivery to the 16th of October. So anything with the girls in are on extended delivery to the 16th. Everything else is the 14th, okay? All the women. Well, the girls, they are the girls, isn't they? They're out with the girls. So you've got the ladies here, both of these. So both of the ladies are the 16th is what you've got now. But they're a good size. Let me show you the size once again of the size that you're actually getting with these. They are beautiful and there is so much you can do. It's all the added little touches that you're getting with them as well that I really do adore, because there's so much you could use. So maybe you only use the pin cushion that's there as well. So if we cut that and that off, you could turn that into a little festive pumpkin with twine around it if you wanted to. Also, you've got the little mushroom that's in there as well. From there, we move to the flowers. And there's so much you can do with all the flowers as well. I'm loving like this little mixing pot that you've got down there as well, with the brushes in and the inky water. And then you've got the flowers, which are actually paint brushes as well, that you may also want to achieve. From there, we move down once again. The girls are all there. Once again, that is the 16th of October. The other two are on the 14th as well. So you've got that beautiful sewing machine and you get the other flowers that you've got there. £10.99 per stamp set is what you're looking at. 005673 is your item number. If your budget will only go for a few of these, only go for a few of them. You only go where your budget will stretch you to. But maybe you just want the papers. Maybe you're thinking, I love these paper pads. They would really work with what I've also got. You're getting 25 sheets is what you're actually getting here as well. For £11.99. 620859 is your item number. You're getting 5 designs and 5 sheets of each is what you're getting. So this is the pattern one, this border one that we were looking at earlier. But then you've got designs that look like this. How beautiful is? Maybe just cut some of these circles out and use them as circles. Oh, I nearly went. Then things like this. Look at that. Look at that for a background that you might want to use in some of your artworks. If you can't do backgrounds yourself, if you can't use some of these as well. How beautiful. Oh, she is watching our Charmaine. She's emailed in.
Did I do okay?
Charmaine's asked if you would do a show for her at some later date.
I doubt that.
Take it all, take the money and all if I were you. So thank you for watching our Charmaine. I hope you're well. But all the paper pads that you're getting here, £11.99. A4 paper pad is what you're getting. 25 sheets for £11.99. 620859 if you aren't. Everything though. If you want the collection, I'll give you a £15 saving on top of this as well. And in theory, that's the price that you're saving here. It's priced more than the paper. So in theory, what you're paying here, you're getting the papers for free. In theory, and a bit more. And I'll give you half a stamp set and all thrown in. So I'll give you half a stamp set and the papers for nothing. And then in theory, everything else you're paying for. It costs 2 payments of £31.47 today. and then £31.47 in a month's time. You can't go wrong, can you? It's not really to be sniffed at. You're not far off paying for 3 stamp sets today, and the rest you'll pay in a month's time. But I'll send you it all out on the 16th. I'll send it all out. Personally, I'll do it. I'll lick every individual envelope. Obviously, I might not lick it. I might use a dab of water due to the circumstances we're in at the moment. Yeah, I'll come and pack. Dispatch from the 16th of October is what you're looking at as well, with the whole collection of saving £15. Let's go through some samples. Just so you can see how they all beautifully work together. Because not only... Now, I thought this was just a little bit of off-cut of paper that somebody gave me as a sample. It's not. It's a pen. Oh, game changer. Look at that. It's an actual... Does it work? Yep. Oh, it's genius, isn't it? That is like... If you
genius.
Break a pen, the cardstock is good enough that you can now... Oh, I just want to... Oh, it does work as well. I won't show you that size. It actually writes perfectly as well. That would cost you a fortune. Then you've got little books. Oh, you've got little books to go with the
matching one. Yeah.
You've got, oh my word! What's the angel policy on this?
Oh, make what you want. It's fine as long as you don't sort of like colour something and print it off 600 times and sell that. That's obviously a bit off. But other than that, just go for it.
Go for it. Yeah. So now you can start creating all these... I'm covered in pen now. You can start creating so many beautiful things, like little journals that you've got there. So now imagine your little journal with your little pen that's included as well. So now you can start writing your beautiful little notes. Nice little gift set, and it all matches as well. Then you can do your big cards if you want. Oh, this is Jan. Jan's gone all out. Look at Jan's work. That's beautiful. You really can go to town. And Leslie, she's a good one. Look at her. Very Panto Dame-esque you could go as well if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You could go quite Cinderella with this, with the Ugly Sisters and that sort of theme, if you wanted to go down that route as well. Or you can go simply quaint and beautiful. Little bit of hexagons that you've got in there. You haven't got to use the ladies if you don't want to. Remember, some of these are just using the bumblebees that are not meant to fly, but they can fly. Yeah. I'll show you 2 more, because that's all I've got. And then plaques. So using... the papers that you've got, you can turn them into this as well. So you've sort of got your magnifying glass look that's on there. Absolutely beautiful. Right then, let's go back to demonstration. What would you like to show me?
So I'm going to play my journal. Just while I get started, I've not given a shout out to the design team, and they are amazing. So we've got Jan and Dawn and Leslie and Shona and Angela. Yep. And Emma and Denise, and a special thank you to Rachel, who did the soft crafts for me. So she's only 16 and she's a friend of mine, and I says to her, if I stamp out some fabric, can you make me some stuff? And I sort of sent her some pictures, and within an afternoon she whipped that up, and the little needle thing. So thank you, Rachel. That was it's amazing. She's amazing.
Look at that. That'd make a nice pinny.
Oh yeah, you could just... That's the thing, I wanted to show that... a craft belt.
Yeah.
Not a tool belt. Oh, we're starting.
Little craft belt. What do I need? A Posca pen. Here I am. Posca pen. I'm good to go. I love this. So if you're sitting down and working busily...
Absolutely.
Just saying. Put it under your sewing machine. It's got a zip on the back. Keep all your crafty little nibbles. Or if you're going to events and stalls, we're meant to be going to demo, you're not meant to be listening to me jabber on. But if you're going to demo, but things like this is what people forget about, because every time you see a stamp, you instantly think card. You instantly think paper, but you haven't got to. There is so much more that you can achieve. Like jewellery. We've got jewellery on the show that we've made. We are going back to demo in a minute, honestly. We've got jewellery as well. Please don't just think stamp is what you've got here. You haven't just got stamps. You can make so much more. Right then, let's go back to Julia's journal.
Okay, yeah, so I just quickly scribbled some echelines on my blending mat, which I've now found a few, and then sprayed them onto my background, because I just have to get rid of the white page. And once I've done that, I'm okay.
Okay.
Then we're all right, you know, because it's already got stuff in, so you're a bit less nervous about just going for it then, aren't you? And I'm going to use my stencils again. And
so remember, you get 3 of these stencils in the pack.
So I'm just going to do this. I felt like I had something to say there and I forgot. Nothing new.
Oh, it's all right. Don't worry.
Nothing new. Right. And I've cut out, so again, I've gone into the papers, but I've fussy cut elements of them out. And this is genuinely what I do with any brand of papers, is the first thing I do is like, right, okay, how can I make it different? How can I make it mine? I think because I've been a crafter far longer than I've been doing this, I just always wanted to be able to put my own spin on things. I never wanted to, just take it and just... Yeah, I always had to make it my own in some way. And
now that's
I suppose
nice,
I have
though.
that in my head, that I want people to be able to sort of take it and then take it in their direction. This is where I'm struggling with the fact I've not dried my page first, because it's not sticking down. But of course, you'd leave yours to dry or blast it with a heat gun or something useful. But right, so I'm just going to randomly stick these circles down, she says, as they're peeling off.
I love demos like this. Because this is the thing that you would do at home. This is the sort of stuff that you would if you've got your journals, this is what you're going to go out and start creating. And these start from nothing and they really build up quickly when you've got the right papers for the stamps for the job.
And then I'm going to take a bit of the, if I can open it, Pretty Gets Gritty gesso. Lynette was on this morning. So, and I just find if you're sticking things into a journal, gesso's your best friend, but I just like to pop a bit round the edge, because then it almost makes it look like part of the page. I think especially when you're doing sort of like collage techniques and you're taking random, because basically that is what we're doing. We're taking random elements and sticking them down. But we don't want it to look like that. We want it to look like it's meant to be. So we kind of want everything to play together nicely. And I think just a bit of gesso like that, it just sort of, it makes it look part of the page. It makes it look like it belongs. And I find that.
Are you a messy crafter or a clean crafter?
Messy.
Well, you would never tell. I normally
Speak to
work
my
out.
husband in the green room. He'll tell you. It's like, yes,
I normally work out from the bench, and you sort of look at the bench and go, oh, it's all quite tidy and everything's away, and then, but oh, a messy crafter.
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, no. It's everywhere. And now I do it for work, so it's even more everywhere. He's trying to put me out in the shed.
Ah, I'd have words.
Right, okay, so again, I've just taken a strip out of a different paper now. So again, I will have brought the oldest glue with me, won't I?
We've all said, they've all said it in my ear as well. I think
I need new glue.
Next time, say putting it on the wish list, I'd go straight in with it.
Yeah, actually purchase it.
Mr.
Yeah, okay.
Husband, if you're watching, get upstairs, the call centre is still in. Treat her. He's been busy all day.
And the poor guy's driven 9 hours to
Where
bring
have you
me
come
here.
from? Where have you come from?
Inverness.
Oh my word! I knew it was north, but I didn't know it was that north.
It's very north. That's why the dispatch is on the 14th, because I have to get home.
Yeah, it takes about 4 days to get back. So are you travelling like
So
that
maybe
this
you won't
evening?
help with packing then. You didn't realise it was a 9-hour drive.
No, I'll still... Well, I'm not allowed... Due to restrictions, I'm not allowed out anymore. Otherwise, we would have come to you and done the show.
Convenient.
Yeah. I'll willingly come up. I like Scotland.
It is, it's a beautiful place. So from the Stamp-Lemental set, the little border stamp there, I've kind of stamped that out and created these sort of little dangle elements. Yeah, I think I'll cut. I'm just making it up as I go. I did have a reference and now I can't remember.
No, it's fine.
Now I can't
You've got
remember.
about 6 minutes, just so you
Oh,
know.
okay. That's all right. I can always flip back to the page if we don't quite make it. Right. So I'll pop some. So again, this is a page I'm putting together, but there's no girls in this one. So it shows the other stamps, all the little extras, they build. And sometimes we can ignore the little stamps, but actually they can be something that brings everything together.
This is beautiful. It comes together quite quick, though. I like this.
Thank you. So I've got some more little buttons that I've cut out from my page, and I sort of like to tuck things together. I've also gone for the rule of 3.
Yes, it's a big thing.
It is, and do you know why? It's because if our brain,
Here we go.
if there's this or this, the brain's looking at this and this and this and trying to choose one. So that's why with design, it doesn't bring it all together. If you put 3, it confuses the brain. The poor brain doesn't know where to look. So all of a sudden, everything's sort of drawn in together.
Are a wealth of knowledge. I'm loving
watched
this.
too much TV.
I never realised that. I was always just told rule it through because it looks prettier.
Yeah.
It doesn't look odd.
Well, it does, but that's why it looks prettier, because the brain's not choosing. The brain's not choosing between this or that, so they're not fighting against each other, and so it all looks as one.
Julia's top tip. Rule of 3. And if you're thinking at home now, oh, I'd love to do this, but I get a little bit nervous. I did learn, I can't remember who told me this, but someone has told me this in the past. When you are doing journaling, never use the front page of your journal. Go from the middle and work your way out. For the sheer fact that if you do the very first page and you get it wrong, you will never do it again. For the sheer fact, it's the first page that you look at every single time. So start from the middle. If you go wrong from the middle, don't worry about it, because you've got all those pages to fill up, and by the time you get to the front or the back, it's going to look beautiful. So never use the front pages of your journal. Always start in the middle and work your way out, and then you'll be creating things like this as well, and it will just come naturally. Do whatever you feel is natural. This comes together quick though, I love this.
Yeah, so I've just used the word make and stamped it everywhere. Made that part of a feature, and then we've got the art, and then what I would just do is scribble a little border around. You've noticed I'm holding, I think we could become a bit afraid, but if we do this, this is where it becomes too controlled, and we struggle. So I'm holding my pen quite far back. There's no way I've got control over that. There's no way I'm going to get a straight line. But that kind of gives it that sort of looser, more doodly look. So again, don't be afraid. And if you do make a mess of one of your journal pages, gesso.
Gesso.
Just gesso the whole lot, and it becomes this lovely background element to a future page. So it's fine.
Gesso.
I can't tell you how many pages I've done that to.
That was a really thin book when you started. I had about 6 pages in.
That's it. So there we go. And that's...
Look
I
at
might add a bit of
that.
black splatter if I was at home, but there you go.
How would you do the splatters?
I didn't bring any ink with me. I would just get black ink, put my paintbrush in it, and literally knock it against another paintbrush. Yeah.
There, see? There are so many elements that you can use. By going for the complete kit, you haven't got to use all the girl stamps if you don't want to that are in there. Just using some of the papers and using the smaller elements of the stamps, it will really work with you. From jewellery to boxes to cases to so much more, to pens. Let me show you some of the samples that are back here. I'll just clear away the set that you've got. I'll try and get as many as I can to show you. Looks like we've been burgled now, doesn't it? Look at some of these. We've only got a few minutes left, but I'm going to show you as many samples as I can. How beautiful are these? And once again, it just gives you that other element that you can use it for. Oh, another pen. Oh, this is like a writing bureau that you've got in here. I love these little envelopes that you've got in there as well. And have you also noticed the little charms on there are the actual flowers that you've got on there as well? Also, your tapestries that you might want to do. So put it on your hoops, use all the elements that you've already got, using some of the paint pots that you've also got in your sections as well. How beautiful is that as an actual card that you've got, yeah, using the papers as well. Once again, from our Leslie that you've got as well, these are beautiful, beautiful cards. Imagine you making that and popping a candle in the middle. Just popping a little battery-operated candle in there. So you've got that beautiful element, and then you've also got the natural light shining through from the candle. Doing your larger projects from our Jan, once again. Then more from our Leslie. There are so many things that you can achieve when you get this collection home. All you have to do is believe in yourself, because you will be able to do it. Just because it's a hint of colour, please don't let that put you off. £62.93, or I'll split the cost onto flexible payments for you on 2 flexible payments of £31.47. If you're a Freedom member as well, we'll take off the P&P, because that's all in with your Freedom price. It's well worth having a little look. Let's bring in your Freedom price as well. If you want to become a Freedom member, it's £5.97. You get unlimited standard delivery. There's no contract. You can cancel any time. You get exclusive discounts and monthly newsletter that I'm in this month as well. Oh yes, I was editor this month of the monthly newsletter, and you also get your membership badge as well. All that for £5.97. Fabulous. When are you back?
November 16th.
Oh, November the 16th. One to watch out for. Any little sneak peeks you can give me?
It will fly.
Is it a bumblebee?
Don't think there is actually, but no, it's something else that flies.
That's not a bumblebee. But it will fly, and I'm sure it will. Don't you go anywhere. There's so much more to shop for here on the wonderful world of Hochanda. You've got Janice up next with a looking at your one-day special. Start checking out your baskets for the bundles, your papers, your stencils, also your templates as well, because who knows how long they'll stick around for. The details are on the screen are for that large bundle as well. 241475 is your item number. £62.93. Right then, she will reconvene tomorrow at 2 o'clock, I say. I'll be here. I hope you can join me as well. Don't go anywhere. There's so much more to come.